Say our name and we'll appear. You believe in holy shit.
Attention, please. The show starts in 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome. What up, though? It's your boy Ron T, the Icon, and it's a special edition of the post NXT breakout performance of the night for July 16th. Was every match. So I got my partners, the three amigos.
It's your boy AB from DET.
Say my name and I'll appear, Chuck Jordan.
And this week, Sean was cooking all night. He had a lineup. This felt like a PLE almost.
Definitely.
Almost.
Definitely did.
They kicked the show off right with the Rascals. The reunion of the Rascals as Wesley. That it is. I just didn't expect this to happen. Just to see the Rascals on NXT competing was wild, and they went up against Gallus, 3-way tag. It was nonstop action, man. That was a great showing by the Rascals, and I hope it gets them some views over in TNA, because they deserve it, man. They deserve to have that showcase. So, hey, what did you think of this match?
I thought it was incredible. The wrestling, top tier. The spot with Joe Hendry in the middle coming out to do commentary just took everything to another level. When this match came on, it clicked in my head. Yeah, we got to do a post show for this shit. They getting out of hand now. They are getting out of hand.
And you can't forget that what happened was somebody said his name and he appeared. And Joe Hendry's music played. He came walking out. Chuck, I know you were singing along.
Hey man, I've already flipped it for us already.
Right.
Say our names will appear. They believe in holy shit because we are here.
Yeah.
Hey, I put the challenge out. I said, hey, y'all needed 3. They gave us 5, so we are here for commentary.
Yeah.
We are here.
This was one. I think I texted the group within 2 minutes. Was like, yeah, they already got a point.
Yeah.
And we will already be in Cleveland for SummerSlam in a few weeks. If you say our name, we may appear at Great American Bash too. so don't fuck around and fuck around. You know what I mean?
You'll find out. We'll be there.
We'll be there.
Then after that match, the Rascals got the win. Gallus was upset. They was talking trash about Joe Hendry in the back. Later on in the day, he popped up again because somebody said his name. But I'm just liking this whole dynamic between the Scots versus the Scots. They're both Scottish, and they don't like they don't like how he carry himself. But after that match, we got Roxanne Perez coming out talking about her next challenger, Thea Hale. And as wrestling goes, you say someone's name, they appear. Out came Thea Hale and got in her face. Turned into a brawl. He put Roxanne Perez in that Kimura lock. Then he had to be broken up. And what did you think about this segment, Chuck?
Man, I love Roxanne.
Did you get hype? You getting hype for this Thea Hale versus Roxanne?
Maybe not the match itself, but I love Roxanne. And I love how arrogant she is. And like it's not even just arrogant. It's like I've proven my arrogance. Like I'm at the point now to. Until somebody can beat me, I'm just going to become even more arrogant. Because, she said what she said, 22, the youngest. And even she even told old girl, I got some advice for you. I know what it's like to go in and lose it.
Mm-hmm.
It will spiral you. but how you come
Yeah.
back is what makes you great. She's like, and I've done that, and you're not going to be able to do it. I'm like, damn.
Right.
Tell her, let her know, cuz.
I think you took the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna say she arrogant because I was saying that a few weeks ago, but now I believe her, man. I think she is the truth. I think she is on the verge of being the best women's champion, better than Asuka, better than Shayna Baszler. So if she stay on this role, I really don't see nobody qualified. If we just talking about total package, I know we joke about Lola and Jada Parker's looks, but they're missing a few things. Perez has it all, everything.
Absolutely, and she comes out week after week and not show that she not only has the mic skills, but she shows up in the ring as well. And
I'm not gonna lie, she reminded me today of, and I don't know why it took me so long to see this, but she reminded me of how AJ Lee used to be, with that arrogant of like, I'm the champ, and until you beat me, I'm going to be the champ.
That's why I call her little AJ.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just caught on Ron.
And shout out Booker T for always hyping her up, man. He is a hell of a commentator on NXT, man.
That's right, man. That's right, man.
All right, and then after this segment, we had, because of last week, Brooks Jensen jumped Young OG in the back. So they had a match today. It was Young OG versus Brooks Jensen. He came out with Josh Briggs, and this match was the same. This was another banger, man. They was Brooks Jensen actually surprised me with some of his hopping out of the ring. He had Young OG laying on the desk. He threw him on the desk and said, that boy bouncy.
No, that was the moment of the night. I was just about to say that. That had me rolling, man.
Then he jumped off the apron and like some kind of splash, a backsplash, or is it a senton basically, right across the table, man. It was. But Young OG got the win because of a distraction from Sean Spears. What did you take from this, Abe?
Yo, like I said, that one spot where he said he's bouncy, that was just straight comical. But the Young OG, I'm telling you, man, if he can just, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just he's new and he need a little more sharpening. Put a little weight on to look more serious, maybe. But he can be the truth, man. Maybe it's his mic skills. I feel like he a little too street. He need a little bit, exactly. A little bit of Montez Ford polishing in him. You know what I mean? And he gonna be all right, man.
That might be a nice pairing for him to actually be a mentor. Might be a good mentor right there.
They will need aerial cameras if the two of them become a tag team, because you will not be able to keep them in the screen.
Yeah, what you thought of this, Chuck?
I honestly, I hate to go to the main roster, but I actually thought if Xavier Woods would become like a Paul Heyman, like a manager, Youngin would be the perfect person to pair him with, because he has the elements that he's missing, which is being able to just speak perfectly.
I agree.
That's all I had. I thought he would be a good pairing for Xavier Woods to have him as a manager. If Xavier was his manager.
Yeah, I kind of like that pairing too. Have somebody be his mouthpiece until he can get it correctly, like until he can polish it up a little bit.
Yeah,
definitely. that might be something good for him. But after this match, we had the champion, the NXT champion, Ethan Page versus Dante Chen. And Dante Chen been getting a nice little bit of camera time, being able to show what he can do. Kid can actually wrestle, but of course, Ethan Page was going to get that win. And then he shook his hand of his lifeless body after the match.
I told y'all about this SOB Ethan Page, man.
I loved it. I love that part.
He just shook his hand while he was just laying down there. But after that, after he shook his hand, of course, your boy Ora Mensah attacked Ethan Page and caught a DDT immediately. And then, of course, Ethan Page had the gloat outside the ring, and Ora Mensah ended up getting the best of him, threw him back in the ring, hit him with a move, and laid on him for a 3 count to prove that he could pin him. So, of course, that's what they're working towards, the Ora Mensah versus, probably at the Great American Bash, versus Ethan Page. And, of course, Ethan Page is going to win that match, too. But what did you think of this one, Abe? I know you was enjoying that whole...
Man, Ora Mensah is a goddamn stalker, and Ethan Page should file a restraining order tomorrow morning. I'm getting sick of this, man. He don't deserve to be in the same ring with Ethan Page. Him popping up. Ava should suspend him. Ava should suspend him right now. Send him to TNA with Joe Hendry. Let him just wrestle over there for a while. Because this is getting out of hand, man. He do not deserve to be in the ring with Ethan Page. Point blank, period. I understand what they are trying to do. Ethan is hot. When you got somebody hot like that, he can elevate others. But some people just don't need to be elevated. Okay?
Yeah, no.
I'm not getting it. I don't understand it. And I'm not trying to be racial profiling or anything, but his language barrier is a problem to me, man. You and they even speak English where you from, but your English just is not coming together. You're stumbling over your words backstage. It's taped. That means they probably had to take so many takes, and that's the best one. So no, I'm not an Ora Mensah fan. Let's just end them, DDT them again, and move the hell on.
Chuck, you're not a fan of Ora Mensah either?
And I'm not
the
gonna
main
lie.
Man Mensah.
And one thing I've learned from all heels, like, yeah, you might be able to knock me down. Yeah, you might even be able to get a 3 count. But did the referee count the 3 count?
Right.
And if he didn't, I never lost.
It don't count. Exactly. It don't count. Well, me personally, I think the 4 of Metaphor together, they have a good chemistry together. But with Noam Dar being injured right now, or Mensah by himself, it's hard for him to try to carry this load. And he's showing a lot of his weaknesses. He's another one that is actually pretty good in the ring, but he really has to work on his mic skills. So
without their leader, they lost right now.
Yeah, just how Rhea, when Rhea was gone, Judgment Day was lost. Right now, they need to at least have Noam Dar.
Even Lash Legend look a little off with him gone. You know, she just kind of floating around. They need the boss back.
Yeah, they do. They definitely do. But Ora Mensah is the main man Mensah, as Booker T said. I like him. I think he has potential. He definitely does have to work on his mic skills.
Yeah.
But there was Izzy Dane versus Tatum Paxley when we talking about stalkers. She be stalking everybody. And she was apparently obsessed with Izzy Dame, and they had a match. And Tatum Paxley got the win because Wendy Chu came out with a headless Barbie doll. And now Tatum Paxley and Wendy Chu are friends because Tatum Paxley had the head. Wendy Chu had the body. They put it together. Now they're friends. But I thought this overall was a really good match as well. It's a good showing for Tatum Paxley. She always can go in the ring. And Izzy Dane actually impressed me because she's one of the newer talent. But she's catching on herself and creating a buzz to where she looks like she can probably hang with some of the top NXT talent as well. So what did you think of this one, Chuck?
I thought it was a good match, but I didn't like the segment after it. When she went with the Barbie doll and was talking to Kalani, and she looked at Kalani, and she switched dolls to the
from the blonde hair to the
I'm like, oh shit. I was like, I don't like this voodoo shit going on. But
so now she got another obsession. Is Kalani Jordan?
Hey, Kalani,
she got the title.
From one Jordan to another, run.
What did you think of this one, Abe?
I thought it was dope. I've been liking her the last few weeks with her creepy mentality. Now her stalking ain't too much because it seems to come with a story, you know, and she's acting very well, playing it out. Unlike Ora Mensah, just it's getting kind of crazy. But her, I'm liking it. I like the creepiness. I like the Bray Wyattness, the Wyatt 6 kind of vibe I was getting. So I'm feeling it, man. Good storytelling. You always need that horror Undertaker character. shout out, what's her name? Shotzi. Hopefully she come back soon for WWE. But you always need that horror character, and they are fitting that role to the T.
I really like how her interest before like the whole match even started, how she was looking at her from the corner.
Yeah.
And then when she finished her doing her little thing, she was right under her legs looking at her. I was like, man, you move quick.
Can I ask you, Ryan, though, when I was watching old girl with the pajamas, she used to be happy. Where
Wendy too. Yeah. She was another one that was taken out by what's her name? Blair Davenport. And
okay.
Broke her psyche. So she came back kind of creepy, but I'm actually interested to see what this pairing is going to be between Tatum Paxley and Wendy Chu. And I want to see her actually get a full push because she's been injured twice now since she's been signed. And we never really get to see her get that momentum going. But speaking of Ora Mensah, though, because we brought him up, there was a segment backstage where Ashanti, the Adonis, and Cedric Alexander was back there, and he had Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend walking past. Yeah. And Ashanti was like, "Hold on, right quick." Cedric went to go holler, and Lash Legend automatically thought he was talking to her, and he was like, "No, I'm talking to Miss Jackson right there."
Right.
And then obviously he decided that he wanted to be like Damian Priest. He was hating. He blocked the whole situation.
What's up with all this blocking, man?
That's what you don't like. You don't like.
What's up with all this blocking, fam?
Like, I don't know, man.
Now, mind you, both the guys who are writing this are guys who hate guys who block. Y'all remember back in the day, DX hated blockers, but now they writing in a lot of blockers, and I'm not liking it.
When I'm hearing, I want to give credit where credit is due. Shawn Michaels went on a show the other day, and he gave a lot of praise to Ava, and he wanted us to stop giving him credit for what's going on with NXT. She's doing some serious writing behind the scenes, so let's give her a little props too. We always say Shawn is cooking.
Shout out to Ava.
Shout out to Ava.
She's grown up in the business. She apparently has been paying attention.
Her daddy's on the board.
And she has gotten a whole lot better when it comes to her mic skills and promo skills as a general manager. So whenever it's time for her to step back in the ring again, I'm hoping that she'll be polished on that end too.
And one side note, I want to just say Cedric Alexander and Adonis are a hell of a pairing because that yin and yang, he trying to be professional. Adonis just reckless, doing everything we wish we could do in the NXT locker room. Because NXT's locker room, let's just say it is top tier. So the brother is not lying when he's looking left and right. But I just like that pairing. I like that chemistry. I want to see where they can go because Cedric Alexander is so underutilized. The Hurt Business never got the run they should have. That would have propelled him to something great. So hopefully this is a nice reset for him.
I think NXT was the perfect.
Yes.
I think NXT is the perfect spot for both of them to reinvent themselves and not try to do that on the main roster while you got all this other stuff going on. Let them go down to NXT, reinvent themselves so they can get cohesiveness in the ring together. And I'm excited for it too. Chuck, you excited for this? Shantae and Cedric.
I want to see more, definitely.
Yeah, I think it has a lot of promise.
I really loved how he swerved Lash.
Yeah,
right.
He did what all of us would normally do. Why are you talking? We ain't even talking to you.
We ain't even talking to
the shorty behind you.
Right.
What's up, shorty?
Right.
You see how she was like,
okay.
Me?
She was like,
Jackson, if you nasty.
Because she was jealous when Trick was giving Lash all that attention. Now she's like, wait a minute.
Blocking in.
Like, wait a minute, Lash. Hold on, let me get mine.
Right.
She got hers now.
But speaking of the locker room being top tier, this was Chuck's favorite part because he texted us right away. It was Lola Vice versus JC Jane. She came out with Jasmine Nix. And Lola Vice got the win. That was another really good match. I was surprised Jasmine Nix stayed outside the ring with no interference. It was a clean win. And then after the match, Fallon Henley was doing what Fallon Henley's been doing. She has a problem with these newer girls She jumped her in the ring, and they both jumped in. It was 3-on-1. Lola handled her business for a minute, but then like the numbered game got too much, and then she got saved by Sol Ruka and Carmen Petrovic. So it looks like we got a pairing of them three together.
Rookies versus the vets.
So I'm guessing that Great American Bash, they're probably gonna have a 3-on-3 women's match, and that one's probably gonna be insane because any match that Sol Ruka is involved in is gonna be a crazy match. You excited for what they're possibly doing with this? You're not excited, Chuck?
Not at all. Not at all.
Because you don't think Lola's gonna get enough shine?
No, it's not that. It's I'm kind of like with Abe. I like my heels joining with heels, and my good guys with good guys. Sol is clearly a good person, and Lola has been a heel since she's been here. So I mean, granted, they was trying to put her over against the Prodigy, but no, she's still a heel. And I'm not really liking that pairing, but I did like the fact that they did come out to help her. But I thought they should have had some of the heel females come out to help her. But I understand the whole old versus new, but I just didn't like the good person. Well, I didn't like, I just thought Lola is a heel,
right?
And I like they should keep her as a heel. And you put her with people who are good. I didn't like it.
Right. I think they're actually.
But that's the only thing I didn't like. That's the only thing I didn't like.
I think they're actually trying to push her as a baby face now, though, because if you saw she had that. Yeah, I think she probably is a better heel, but I think it's the same thing kind of with Charlotte. Charlotte is better as a heel. She's all right as a baby face, but she's definitely better as a heel. So I'm thinking maybe Lola is probably better as a heel, but they don't know yet. They don't know. Right. They haven't tried baby face. So NXT, if anything, is the best place to try something new out. So I'm like intrigued with it.
I like it just for the fact that right now I've been watching NXT on and off for a while, but I've been consistently watching it for like the last 2 or 3 months. And the rookies I know more than the vets. So I like this just because now I get to witness these vets, get to know their characters. But at the same time, the reason I don't like it just a little bit is just because Sol Ruka and Lola are stars. They don't need to be on no team. They should be in another storyline with somebody else. But I like that I get a chance to get to know these vets who kind of, like they say, been pushed under the rug and not given their time. Let me see what you all about.
Yeah, like I personally would like to see Sol versus Lola in the match, not tag teamed up. But that's just, like I said, it's more so for the heel, good guy presence.
Yeah.
Like if anybody was, but then again, I realized she was in another match later. But if anybody should have came out, it should have been like Jada Parker or another heel. It should have been somebody positive. That's just my thoughts.
Yeah, they did have they had a segment backstage where they were talking about Jasmine Nix also being a rookie, but JC James like, no, it's different. She's with us, so that doesn't count. But speaking of Miss Jada Parker, next match was OTM with Jada Parker versus the OC and Michin, and that match was another banger. Even though Miss Jada Parker's team lost, she didn't catch the L. I think the OC winning was the right choice because they've been kind of on a losing streak, and they need to have that dominance back. But OTM looked good. I'm not gonna lie. They actually put on a really good match. I was impressed by their showing, especially I can't remember the guy with the braids.
Yeah.
Man, this guy, I don't know if he probably was a football player or something like that, college football player before, but this dude is super athletic as well. What did you think of that match, Abe?
The match was cold. It was like 50-50 booking because Michin and OC, they got a couple L's against them, so now they got to get their win back. And even though Jada Parker lost, she will never be a loser in my book, so round of applause for Miss Jada Parker. Absolutely beautiful, amazing. She will never be a loser, even if she gets a 1, 2, 3 count. But her group, they are hard, man. I like their chemistry together. honestly, if this was real life, they might be the group I go to if I need some backup.
Yeah, definitely.
Because she ain't no slouch. They ain't no slouch. They talk the talk. They walk the walk. The only thing I would like is for them to get a little more character. You know how Roman, I hate to bring this motherfucker
Yeah,
up.
bring him up.
But you know how Roman said the Usos were just the Usos, and then he had to separate them and give them character. That's what they need, and if they can do that, that group, sky's the limit.
Yeah, right now, this Jada Parker, who has been established as a character, and then her goons, and they're not really. They
need
they're great in the ring.
Like you just said. You just said it. The guy with the braid.
I can't remember his name. The guy with the braid. So they have to separate themselves as their own entities in the group. So Chuck, you agree? I saw you put up the Jada Parker background for a second.
I did. That's wifey. Love you. But honestly, I think they need the same thing that Montez Ford and Dawkins had, where they're even though they're still together, they have single matches. And then they need move sets that are separate from each other to where you can tell one from the other.
Yeah.
But not only that, I honestly was looking at this match the opposite way. I actually thought they just kind of showing that she doesn't need them; they need her.
Yeah.
Where I was looking when I was the other segment that was backstage, where I don't even know old girl's name, where she was talking to those guys, was like, "I want to be a part of the group." They were like, "No," and I'm like, "Who is she? Who is this group?"
She needs them, and I think she would be a good addition to that group as well because she matches them. But I was just using that to say like before when Miss Parker first came, she was like, I'm the missing part of y'all group, and now she's kind of showing like I'm above y'all group.
Yeah.
And I honestly think that either they need to step their game up, or she's to the point now where she can kind of ride without them.
Yeah, so shout out to Miss Parker for being an individual that stands out in the group. We
stands out is an understatement.
Stand up. All right, never mind.
But we definitely need OTM to show a little bit more of their personality so you can tell them apart.
But before we move on, Holy Shhh would like to say, hi, Miss Parker.
Hey, Miss Parker.
But so next we had the main event.
Whoa. Say it again, Ron. We had the what?
The main event. It felt like a main event too. They had the walking through the hallways set up and the music playing. Then we had Duke Hudson come out with Chase U as this cheer team behind them. And then Oba Femi came out, and this guy has like an aura that follows him down to the ring. It just like, when he comes out that this is about to be a mean match. And they're both two big dudes. Duke Hudson is surprisingly athletic for his size, but I've never seen Oba take some of those moves that he took today, and he still was looking dominant too, man. Oba Femi is an absolute monster. Did you enjoy this match, Chuck?
Yes, I honestly got shades of like back in the day with Brock Lesnar, Mark Henry, or like them real big guys just going at it.
Yeah,
like shades of that. Like, man, and even then, Oba still just was like the Duke. Like, shout outs to Duke, because you did your thug thistle, but Oba is a fucking monster, bro. Like, that is my adopted little brother. Hey, I'm about to get my little brother to whoop your ass, and Oba pop out. That's. Come on.
Yeah. What about you, Abe?
Yeah, man. Oba got his entrance, that bounce. When I hear that bounce, to all my NBA fans, I think of Mark Jackson when he used to be like, "Mama, there goes that man." Yeah, every time he comes to the ring, it's trouble. And the one thing that I am worried about, Duke, shout out Duke. because he is one of the last big men in NXT that Oba hasn't run through. So who else is believable that can stand up to him and really give him a challenge? You know what I mean? It might be almost time for him to relinquish that belt and move on, because when he goes to the main roster, he is world championship material, man. It's only a few people I thought, like Gunther, I knew he was going to be who he is. And I got the same feeling about Oba. When he makes that jump, he is going to fit into the main roster like a glove. And I guarantee you, he going to put on a banger with Sheamus. That's going to probably be his first match when he get up there. I guarantee it, man.
There's a couple matches of the main roster, but the only one I personally haven't seen. It might have happened, Ron. You would have to let me know, but I would love to see Oba versus Trick Williams.
Ooh.
That has not happened yet. That's the only other match, because he doesn't have the title, and he was on the phone with Ilya telling
Peter Pan.
And he told him that he got to find his next path outside of the title. Right. That might be a match. That might be it. But
they had
I would like to say
they had a stare off about a month ago.
But other than that, when he gets to the main roster, I would love to see him go against the Giant, because we haven't seen the Giant on television in a long time.
Oh yeah. You talking about Omos?
Oh yeah, Omos, Braun Strowman.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Gunther. I would even love to see him go against Braun Breaker. I'm not even gonna lie.
It's just endless amounts of matches you can make with Oba on the main roster.
But on the NXT roster,
Drew McIntyre,
Trick Williams.
That's it.
Tricky. I hope they watch us. Trick versus Oba. Make it happen.
Make it happen.
I will 100% be okay if they gave Obafemi the Asuka treatment, to where he does not lose at all, and he gets caught up to the main roster and relinquishes the title. Right. Like goes undefeated. I would be 100% okay with that. And I think that's a really good move to do, just to show how dominant he is when he comes out to the main roster.
Definitely.
No, I will say
I
one
think
thing.
It'll happen sooner than later.
I will say one thing, and I can be wrong, but whatever happened to like when guys would just run through people, and it wasn't like the title was like, oh, that you got to put the title on them. Because Goldberg was running through people back in the day, and he really didn't have any title matches. Then Asuka comes up, and she was running through the roster, but then again, it wasn't that many women back then, but it was like she had to be in a title match. And then like, all right, now we got to make her lose to take the title off her. But if you'd have just left her just running through with streaks without the title, you would have never had to have her lose, in my opinion. Well, maybe I'm wrong. But
Asuka never lost that title, though. Asuka never lost the women's NXT title. She
don't come on, she got to the main roster. Remember she was continuing the streak for a while.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she got the belt, and then it was all right. She was still running it, and then she had to make
her lose. Yeah.
But I was saying, if they never would have put the belt on her, she could have just ran that streak up for a year or two.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying. Like whatever happened back in the day when guys would just be ransacking, but like I remember Braun Strowman for a while was just ransacking. And it was never a title picture for him. It was just him just being a monster was enough for him.
And then the moment he gets in the title picture, he has to lose, and he lost all that momentum.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, why did you put a belt on him? Like, just leave him outside the title picture. Just let him run over there and just run around people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could do that with Oba. Oba comes up, relinquishes the title, and then just goes to
just let him just have a year or two and just running through the roster,
looking dominant.
And then after maybe a year or two, then you think title pictures like okay.
Until it's undeniable that he needs to get a title shot.
Yeah, I feel what I'm saying.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel you. But all right, so overall, we said it was gonna be 2 matches. If it's more than 2 matches, if it was 3, we was gonna.
If it was 3, we was doing this, and I said it was 5. I gave it
5 solid matches. So, with that being said, Chuck, what do you rate it out of 10?
My number 1 match of the night was the Oba.
Yeah,
that was the match of the night for me.
That was the breakout performance of all of them. I agree.
What's yours?
What's yours, Abe?
I enjoyed the Rascals. I just thought it was like a high start, and just some of the moves they put on, and then the Joe Hendry spot, the commentating interaction between Joe Hendry and Booker T, that was just great
my number
TV. So I had to go with the Rascals.
That was my number 2, and it was and the only thing I didn't like about the Rascals match was at the end it was like, what's the group they went against?
Gallus.
It just seemed like it was Gallus versus Joe Hendry at that point. It was like why are we forgetting about the Rascals just having a hell of a match?
Yeah.
That it kind of overshadowed that for me. But other than that, I would have gave that number 1, but because of that, I gave it number 2. 3 was of course the OC versus Jada Parker and her goons.
OTM. Jada Parker and goons.
Right.
4 was the Low Device, and then 5 was the Ethan Page for me. But either way it goes, NXT giving y'all an 8 for the night. I loved it. I enjoyed myself tonight.
Yeah.
All right, 8. But how many would you give it out of 10?
I'm going on a 9.7. This was a solid show. There was no match. Like, I was behind you guys when I was watching it, and typically I'd fast forward, but I was like, fuck that. They got to wait for me. I can't fast forward. Every match to me was good. Yeah. It was not a dead spot.
You know what I've noticed, though? Y'all catch up. I always start on time. And y'all catch up to me fast, but I think it's because of all these damn commercials.
Yeah, I skipped to the commercials.
When did we start getting all these goddamn commercials?
I fast forward through them commercials.
Yeah, when they had to be 2 hours, that's when they were like, all right, we got to add some commercials in it.
Right.
I will give it a 9.5. Right. I will give it a 9.5 because even the backstage segments were interesting. There were no backstage segments that was irrelevant. All of it had something to do with something that was going on.
And one side note, this was the second in a row. This was the second time in a row NXT was better than both Raw and SmackDown 2 weeks in a row.
Yes,
yeah, I agree.
And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I think I gotta come up because it was a Jada and it was a Lola sighting tonight. I'm going. Those 2 points. I'm going 10.
Okay, ooh. 10. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So Ava and Sean are cooking.
Oh, and they had Kalani Jordan. That's
Kalani Jordan
tonight.
Yeah, she warming up to me, man. I'm feeling me some Kalani Jordan, man. She just got a wholesome vibe. Her look is amazing, and she always got them puppies right on display.
She also getting more of a personality outside than just she's just nice. She's getting a little bit more personality. So
exactly.
I even like
good job.
What's her name? Wendy.
Wendy Chu.
When she came up and looked at her, she was like, "Should I be worried?"
So yeah, good job NXT. Keep it up. Until next week. It's your boy Ron T, the Icon.
I'm giving y'all the same challenge. Matter of fact, SmackDown, I'm giving y'all the same challenge.
And it's your boy AB from
If y'all don't have at least three good matches on SmackDown this Thursday, Friday, you will not get Chuck Jordan. I'm about to be like John Henry. You got to have 3 good matches for me to appear.
Right.
But this is, they believe in Chuck Jordan.
And this is the Holy Shhh Podcast.
Media.